What's up, BBT? How's it going? So I'm going to take you through a trade on Piton in the stock trading simulator that BBT has to offer. It'll be a trade from last week. It's not a trade that I took, but it's a great setup for a breakout of a range. So I do a lot of reversals back into ranges, but not a ton of breakouts. But Piton was like the most perfect breakout trade of a range. And I like the way that it sets up, and I think it's really easy to see volume wise why this trade worked out. So we're just going to take a quick look at it, and I think you'll like it. So on the daily chart on Piton, so we've got this big sell off, right? Like they had earnings, there was like this huge gap down, it's just been selling off. So when that happens with the stock, now I'm looking for where's the next range that it will, maybe slow down a bit, right? Where it's gonna consolidate. Where at one point in time it had set value, right? So if we zoom back on the daily chart, this goes all the way back to, I think it's like 2019, 2020, I think is this little area right here. But so it's got this little area. So as it's selling off, I'm now watching for it to kind of stall out here. And so if I was to draw a box around this, or like some range levels, it'd be something like this, right? So it just kind of got trapped in this area. So after this sell off, now we're back down there. And so I'm looking for it to do something, right? So, you can take some smaller plays when it's around that area for, reversals, maybe small breakouts, but this was like a true breakout. And it did have a news catalyst. Amazon, there was rumor that Amazon was acquiring it. So when there's like a rumor or a news catalyst, when it's around one of these range levels, that's also like a great time to take these trades. They get a lot of momentum and they just like work out like crazy. So let's zoom in here. I'm gonna take this one to the 5, and I'll leave this one on the 1, and we will get it going here. Okay, so we'll speed it up at 10 times. I'm just gonna hit go. So the level, I already drew it earlier, just before I started this, but it's around like 32.50-ish. So I have it marked at 32.52, whatever. A couple cents is not that big of a deal. You're just kind of looking for an area, right? So here's the level up here. And, now what I'm watching for is, what does this do if it comes close to this level, during the day? It could be today, it could be tomorrow, but we've got that big news catalyst with the Amazon rumor. And so now I'm thinking, it might push up to here. So when it does push up to here, are we going to reject this on heavy volume, or are we going to break through this? And we will just speed this up a little bit. Let's just take it, I'm gonna zoom in, and we'll zoom in over here. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed it up a tiny bit. All right. And we're just watching to see as it gets kind of close to that. All right, I went a little bit too far. All right, we'll back it up again. I guess we're just gonna stay here and watch it play out. So we're climbing. You can see the volume right here. So we had the opening volume, or like second candle, I guess, or 10 minutes in, whatever. It's like one of the bigger ones, right, for the morning. And then it kind of just like faded. But then as we get up to this level, it starts pushing again. So now we're at that level, right? And on the 5-minute chart, this is what I'm looking at, right? Look at this low volume right here. And then just look at this volume coming in as we're breaking through it, right? It's not rejecting it on that kind of volume. If it was rejecting this level on big volume, I would be more interested in a short. Obviously, I didn't enter this because I was too busy talking about the volume, but it's offering me a bit of a pullback. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just buy into this, right? So it gave a pullback. It didn't break back below the level, right? So we're still safe there. We pushed up on heavy volume. It pulled back, it retested it. If you look over here on the 1-minute chart, you can see this nice wick retest, right? So as it broke through on the 5-minute, and you saw the volume on the 5-minute as it was breaking through, you could have, if you wanted to, if you like are, trying not to chase and things like that, you could have also set a limit order here and allowed it to attempt to come back and get you. If it hit the limit order and then broke down, well, you just get stopped out, right? And some trades work and some trades don't. But the volume of this on this one is just really incredible as it breaks up through this level, and it's just just the way that it holds this on one test of a wick. Like, this is a really good breakout of a range level. And so now, I'm looking for, where could this go today? The ATR on Piton is something like $3, somewhere around there. So it could go that far. And then if we take it to like, maybe we'll take it to like the 60. Um, let's see, bring it to the 60. Maybe we'll even bring it to the daily. I actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, this day, it went pretty freaking far. So that was it was a really good breakout. But you could be looking for this area, it's trying to test up there. So you could take, a little bit off if you wanted to. You could wait until you got up to this area, right? We've got a little bit in here. We've got a little bit of a test of here. And just ride it, right? And like, you need to have reasons for exiting too. So if you see something on the tape or the L2 that you don't like or that doesn't work for your strategy, like that's a reason to partial or get out. But yeah, just a simple breakout trade of a range level. And the stop, it's totally up to you. You can give it, I like to give it 10% of the ATR. So in this case, I would have had a lot of room. 10% of the ATR, if it's still at $3, would be about 30 cents. So I enter at, 32.52. So now my stop's like, down here around 32.22. So it gives it room, right, to retest this level. And that's what I like about using, percentages of ATR, is you give it a little bit more room for the stock to breathe. But yeah, super simple trade. We can just see how it goes. It just goes, right? Like this, once it breaks out, it breaks out. And I actually think that day that R4 aligned perfectly with this level. And so like you had like two really good levels here. And it's already moved a bajillion dollars since the entry. So, great, easy, simple breakout trade, purely based on a level and volume and a retest. So easy trade. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you later. Peace.